Okay, so today we have our reading comprehension. So let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look at our homework. So yesterday we learned about antonyms. Who can tell me what is an antonym? Let's go for winter.
It is when two words doesn't have the same meaning.
Very good. Two words that don't have the same meaning. So they have the
Opposite.
Very good.
Opposite.
They have the opposite meaning. Thank you, Winter. Now, today we have a reading comprehension. Today we're learning about weather tools. Now, I want to ask, what tools can we use to check the weather? Joey.
You can use the weather vane.
Very good. And what does the weather vane do, Joey?
It can tell us what the direction does the wind go.
Very good. Amazing work, Joey. Well done. Okay, guys, so let's have a look at some of our vocabulary. So the first word we're learning about today is directions. Can everyone say directions?
Directions.
Very good. Well done. Directions mean the way in which something is moving. So we could say, when I was lost in the city, I asked for directions to the library. So directions mean the way in which something is moving. You can go north, south, east, or west. The next word we're learning is wind. This is an easy one. We all know this. Can everyone say wind?
Wind.
Lovely. Thank you. Wind is the movement of air. So in this little video, we can see this poor little bunny is trying to walk on a very windy day, but keeps getting blown back. So wind is the movement of the air. Okay. Our next word is expand. Can everyone say expand?
Expand.
Lovely. So if something expands, it becomes larger. So as you can see in this video, this star is continually expanding. It's getting bigger and bigger. Sometimes if we put something in water, it will expand, such as food like rice. When we have dry rice, it's very, very, very small. But when we want to cook it, we put it in hot water and it expands. It becomes bigger. Our next word is meteorologist. So I want everyone to try and say this together. So listen to the teacher. Meteorologist. Now it's your turn. Can everyone say meteorologist?
Meteorologist.
Lovely. Really good pronunciation. Good job, guys. A meteorologist. Okay, so who is a meteorologist? A meteorologist is someone who studies weather. So a meteorologist, it's their job to study the weather and then tell us what the weather is going to be like. Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be hot? Are we going to have strong winds? Is there going to be a storm? So a meteorologist's job is someone who studies the weather. The next word is speed. Can everyone say speed?
Speed.
Lovely. Speed is how fast or how slow something is moving. So in this video, I can see that the speed of this car is very fast. It's very high. This car is driving at a very high speed. Okay, the next word is tool. Can everyone say tool?
Tool.
Lovely. Now, a tool is an item used to make work easier for humans. Now, here in this video, we have a woman using a tool, but I don't think she's using it very well, as she is actually putting a hole in the wall. Now, can anyone tell me what type of tool this is? Does anybody know what tool this is? What do we call that tool?
She is using a hammer.
Very good. She is using a hammer. Well done. Lovely. She's using a hammer. Usually we use hammers to put nails into certain things that we want to hold together, or we can use the opposite side to remove a nail. But this lady is just putting holes in the wall. So let's have a look at our reading. Now, like I said, today we're learning about different weather tools. So things that people use to help us learn more about the weather. Now, who would like to read from wind to wind? Billy.
Wind is the movement of air. Wind blows during storms and on clear sunny days. Wind can be hot or cold. It blows at different speeds too. People who study wind and weather are called meteorologists. When wind changes speed and direction, it often brings a change in the weather. Meteorologists use special tools on instruments to measure the wind.
Lovely reading. Thank you, Billy. So wind is the movement of air. It can be hot or cold. Now, usually when wind changes speed and direction, it can change the weather. It can maybe bring a storm. It can make it hotter or colder. And the meteorologists use lots of different instruments to measure the wind. Okay, who can read from a wind vane to building? Let's have a girl this time. Cherry.
A wind vane is an instrument that shows the direction the wind is blowing from. Most wind vanes are placed on the highest point of a building.
Lovely.
Many wind vanes have an
Thank you, Cherry. Good girl. Okay, and then I would like Baldy. Can you finish us off?
Many wind vanes have an arrow above the compass directions: north, south, east, and west. The arrow points to show the wind's direction.
Lovely, lovely reading. Okay, so the first tool we're learning about today is a wind vane, which Joey actually told us about earlier. So a wind vane is a tool that we can use, and we can put it on the top of the highest building. And when the wind blows, the wind vane will turn. It also has an arrow to show which direction the wind is blowing in. Is it blowing in the north, the east, the south, or the west? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, who would like to read next? This word is an anemometer. Anemometer. Who can read from an anemometer to instrument? Let's have a girl this time. Let's have Rosie. So actually, I want everyone to say after me. So I'm going to unmute everyone. This word is anemometer.
Anemometer.
Lovely. Okay, let's try one more time. So listen to the teacher first. Anemometer.
Anemometer.
Good. Let's try again. One more time on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Anemometer. Very good. Lovely. Okay, Rosie, back to you now.
An anemometer is used to measure wind speed. The cups catch the wind and turn a dial attached
A dial.
attached to the instrument.
Lovely. Thank you, Rosie. So here we have an anemometer. An anemometer is used to measure wind speed. As you can see from this little video, the cups catch the wind and they turn a dial up here that is attached to the instrument. Who can finish us off? Let's have Pat. The dial.
The dial shows the wind speed. The faster the anemometer speed spins, the faster the wind is blowing.
Very good. Well done, Pat. Okay, so an anemometer shows the wind speed. So a wind vane shows the direction, and an anemometer shows the wind speed. It catches the wind in these little cups. Lovely reading, guys. Okay, Kimmy, can you read from thermometers to temperature?
Thermometers measure air temperature. Many
Thermometers.
thermometers
Good.
are glass
Tubes.
tubes containing a liquid that shows a change in temperature.
Lovely, lovely reading. Thank you, Kimmy. Okay, let's have a boy to read next. Hoop Pro. Can you read from when until is?
When air around the tube hit the liquid is damp and move the tube.
Up.
The scale then show what the actual air temperature is.
Very good. Well done. So we're looking at thermometers now. Thermometers are glass tubes that have a liquid in them. The liquid expands and moves up the tube when it's in a hot environment. Good job. Okay, I would like another girl now. Hun, can you read for me? Without until the end.
Without this tool, it would be difficult to measure wind. Thermometers
Meteorologist.
meteorologists are able to warn people about dangerous storm by using this simple weather tool.
Lovely. Thank you, hun. Okay, so the final tool we've learned about is a thermometer. Now, everyone click the raise your hand button if you have ever used a thermometer. Wow, okay, lots of hands are going up. Trixie, can you tell me about a time that you used a thermometer?
I used a thermometer to measure the temperature of the hot water.
Good girl, exactly, perfect. We can use the thermometer to measure hot water. We can put it in the hot water and it will tell us. How about Pat?
A time I used a thermometer, it was in a science experiment. The experiment between cold water and hot water, which will melt ice quicker.
Okay, which water melted ice quicker?
The hot water.
Very good. Well done. Perfect. Okay, so we've learned about 3 different tools today. We've learned about an anemometer, a wind vane, and a thermometer. All of these tools are super important and super helpful for meteorologists to help us warn about dangerous storms that could be coming. Now, let's have a look at some of the comprehension questions. Read each question, fill in the circle next to the correct answer. Wind speed and direction measure the temperature of the air, often bring a change in the weather, or cannot be measured. What do we think? Okay, Winter.
I think it's often bring a change in the weather.
You are absolutely right. Well done. Wind speed and direction often bring a change in the weather. Well done, Winter. So if the wind speed and direction changes suddenly, maybe the wind speed gets very, very fast and it starts going east, that can bring a change in the weather. That can bring a storm. That can bring hotter, blustery weather. It all depends. Okay, number 2, meteorologists measure the of wind by using an anemometer. Temperature, speed, or direction? Who can remember? What does the anemometer measure? Hun.
Speed of
Good girl. Well done.
the anemometer.
Good girl. The speed. If they wanted to measure the temperature, what would they use, hun?
The thermometer.
Good girl. Well done. They would use the thermometer to measure the temperature. Good. Okay, now let's have a look. We learned about 3 tools today, and I want to know what it does. Who can remember what tool number 1 was? Let's go for Baldy.
The first tool we learned is the wind vane.
Very good. The first tool we learned about is the wind vane. Da, 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 da. Now, who can tell me, what does the wind vane do? Joey.
Now we can use the wind vane to measure the direction the wind goes.
Very good. Well done, Joey. We can use this to show what direction the wind is blowing in. Perfect. Okay, what was tool number 2? Pat, go ahead.
It's the anemometer.
Very good. It's the anemometer. Well done, Pat. Very good. The second tool we learned about was the anemometer. Okay, who can tell me, what does the anemometer do? Pro.
The anemometer measures the speed.
Very good. Well done, Pro. It measures the speed of the wind. Perfect. Well done. Okay, what was the last tool we learned about? Pumpkin.
I think the last tool we learned about is the thermometer.
Very good. It was the thermometer. Perfect. Well done, Pumpkin. Lovely work. So the last tool we learned about was the thermometer that looks just like this. Now, who can tell me, what does a thermometer do?
Temperature.
Very good.
What about the haters?
Well done. Amazing. The thermometer
It
measures
measures
the
air.
air temperature. Well done. It measures the air temperature. Well done, guys. Very clever. Okay, let's have a look at our homework for today. Okay, guys, so this is your homework for today. Have a look. So what I want you to do is, we've got a writing homework today. Write a paragraph that explains how 3 wind measuring tools work. Use information from your graphic organizer. So this is our graphic organizer. This is our graphic organizer. So again, this PowerPoint will be sent to your parents so you can have a look at it, or you can take a picture of this. So use this to help you. I want you guys to write a paragraph that explains how each tool works. You can give it a title. So you could say, how we use weather tools. You could title it weather tools. It's up to you. Give it a title that is relevant to the topic. Then I want you to write a paragraph that explains how a wind vane works, how an anemometer works, and how a thermometer works. Okay, amazing. Well, if there are no more questions about your homework, then it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.